That's the marker. That's the marker in my font.
Hi! I'm the. Wait, I forgot my intro. Fuck. Cake!
Hi, I'm that cat you let outside that you really hoped wouldn't come back. Rikhu! And welcome to
Cats and
Cakes!
Cake!
Today is episode 8, I believe?
Episode 8, 2020. He.
2020 tea. We're talking about, well, today we're actually talking about, because it's the week after Christmas. The week between Christmas and New Year's, I guess. We'll talk about, like, Christmas recap, and then we'll talk about, like, New Year's stuff, like the year in review, 2024 stuff like that.
Can I just start by saying that actually wasn't my intro, and I closed out the tab that I had Googled my intro and forgot what to say.
I know.
That became my intro.
I could tell because the panic in your voice was genuine. It was genuine.
I have such a bad, like, I can never hide my emotions through my voice or my face. I've gotten really good at, like, the poker face. Like, if someone's like, hey, can I tell you, like, a potential spoiler of, like, a movie or a book? And, like, don't make a face for reactions. Like, I've gotten really good at that. But, like, who cares about that? When is that useful? Literally never.
I thought I was good. Thank God for the model because my face can't hide anything. But I thought my voice could. And then there's, I have to go like try to find them. There's like messages where like I'm streaming and you just message me as I'm talking. You're like, you didn't mean that. I can tell. Stop.
What's crazy is that like I can tell when you don't mean it via text. Like no reaction, no face, no voice. Just with a simple message, I can tell.
I'm so bad. I'm so bad. It's still I can't with words. I can mask the face if I need to. I know I can't actually. It's a lie. Yeah, I'm transparent. I'm wholly transparent. My God.
It's okay.
But how was your Christmas? Yeah, this was your first year with Waffles family, right?
Yes, this is actually my first year like really celebrating Christmas.
Ooh, like classic.
Yes, like the eve we did. Oh girl, I got the schedule down pat because I lived it now. I don't there's no confusion here. So the eve we did Christmas mass, which we went at like it's supposed to be like midnight, but like we went at 4:30.
Oh, okay, that's better.
Yeah, so we did mass, which I told y'all I wasn't meant for church and the Holy Lord. And I have never been more correct about something in my life, let me tell you.
Was it like a normal mass and it was just like, yeah, this is real, or was it like a special, like they kind of went really into it?
It was like a little bit of both. Like it wasn't very long. Like they didn't have like a special extra episode where it was like an hour and a half kind of ordeal. It was short. It was 45 minutes, which was like perfect.
Okay.
It didn't drag on. It didn't seem short. Like it was perfect. We sang Christmas songs, which girl, did you know there's more words to Silent Night than just Silent Night? Oh, Holy Night. Cause I didn't. There's 4 verses. Are you kidding me?
Did they give you like lyrics or did you have to just know it?
Yeah, like they had like the books in front of you. So like each seat, I guess, we sat in benches, but each like individual seat had like 2 books. So like one book was all the songs and they had like which song number written on like bulletin board things on like the walls and the pillars.
Okay.
Yeah. So they would be like, hey, we're gonna start with song like 357.
300.
Please flip to it on like this brown colored book.
And it was like, was it like a religious hymn book?
Wait, what?
Was it like all religious like songs? It wasn't just Christmas songs?
Yeah. It's like their book of songs, and like
okay.
Christmas just started at like 352, and then Silent Night is like 357.
Oh.
Yeah. And then the other book is like a red book, and the first page is like how the mass progresses, and then they have like all of the the gospel and everything.
Okay. Like a recap.
Yeah. But girl, tell me why I sat in the one seat where the red book didn't have any of the paragraphs he was reading. And I was like, girl, amen. Like,
are you a person who like you can't just hear it, you have to like read it or something?
well, I don't know the words. Literally the only word I know
Oh, you
is
mean of the
amen.
song. Okay. I get what you mean.
Well, of like the whole mass.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, I just could not follow along. I was so like sensory overwhelmed.
Yeah, I don't.
And like,
I wouldn't last in that environment.
no, and like, there's certain phrases like they say to you and you say back that like
You just have to be in the know.
Went right over my head.
Yeah.
And there was also like, because we went at 4:30, it's like more catered towards like family. So they had like little kids reenacting like the rebirth of Jesus and everything.
The nativity whole thing.
Yeah. And it was cute. But there was also like a lot of little kids that were like screaming and crying.
Okay. Like a little too family.
Yeah. But that was good. And then we got presents.
Oh.
Girl.
Did you get a Bible?
Rain. Well, the eve we did sibling presents, so like we exchanged.
Oh, I thought you were talking about at church. I thought you meant like the church gave you a present. Oh my god.
The only thing church gave me was
the silence is crazy. The silence is crazy. Yeah, fuck them kids.
No, we went home. We did sibling gift exchange, which was really cute. And then me and Waffles actually exchanged gifts Christmas Eve night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because we didn't want to like cram it in during Christmas Day. Because Christmas Day in the morning we did stockings, and then his parent, like we went downstairs to the tree and we opened all of his parents' gifts.
Oh, because they do the thing where like you open stockings, distraction, and then they bring out all the presents.
Yes.
Fill up the tree as you come out. Yeah. That's cute. The only thing church gave us was trauma. Honestly, I've been to church once and I agree. Never go back again.
Well, the thing is, I've been to church and like never really had a bad experience, but this was like Catholic Holy Mass.
Yeah.
Girl.
Yeah, well, Catholic is very strict, so I could never go to a Catholic church. But like even a Christian church, it's just not my thing. I feel like it's definitely like it's kind of an in the know culture thing. Like if you have no connect, like my family, we have like religion in the family, but like none of my immediate family ever like got into it. So like I really knew nothing besides the basics. So when we as a family agreed, like, okay, let's go like try it out. Like we'll try to be like a normal family and go try to go to church. And we all walked out afterwards. We're like, yeah, we're not doing that ever again. Not for us. Not for us. Because it's just like, so like we didn't understand what was happening. It was just a lot. And we found it as like a complete outsider. We found it weird. Like non-judgmental, like, you know, respect to believe what you believe. But like as like a complete outsider who had no idea what to expect, I was kind of like overwhelmed.
A normal family.
Yeah, normal family. We're a very, I don't want to call us a very liberal family because like my family definitely has like conservative views, but we're not a religious family.
Yeah. I started going to church in college because I wanted to like find out for my like somewhat adult self if this was something I believed in, and like the only way I could like rationalize doing so was going to church and like, you know, like actually like seeing what people do at church, you know?
Yeah.
But I went to like a non-denominational like simple church where like we sang songs that were like, yeah, they were Christian songs, but they weren't very like intense Christian songs.
I don't know if I can.
And then we read a passage from the Bible, and he like applied it to like our modern day life, and I was like, oh, this is nice.
Yeah,
because I was like, I've also like never read the Bible before, so this is me opening it for the first time, and like, you know,
yeah,
and
same
that
here.
was nice.
My grandmother gave me like a kid's Bible when I was like young, and I read 2 pages and I was like, "Yep, I'm good."
Yeah. Mm-mm. I feel like I still have it somewhere, I think.
Oh, girl, you already know there's not a single Bible in this household. Not a single one. Not a scrap. But you said you opened gifts, right? Did you have a favorite gift that you received or gave this year?
Honestly, I got some really good gifts this year, only because I feel like I never really get gifts, so every gift this year was like
wow.
Exactly, yeah. But I will say my favorite, it's hard to pick one, but the one that I'm most enjoying right now is I got a towel warmer.
Ooh,
and you know how luxurious I feel coming out of a shower with a warm towel now?
That sounds nice. That sounds really nice. Wait, who got you that?
It's luxury. Waffle did, actually, because he bought me this Lego set that I actually have. And so we returned it. And he was like, okay, what else do you want? And I was like, actually...
So your favorite gift was the one that you picked out for yourself?
Well, he knew that I wanted this, but he already got my presents.
Okay.
It was like kind of like a back burner thing.
Yeah.
And it just so happened to work out that because your girl went to church, God was looking out.
Oh my God.
And said, bless it on thee. Here's your towel warmer.
He said, you've earned this. This is it's a paycheck for going to church.
Yo, if in return for going to church, I can live a luxury life, best bet I'm going every Sunday.
Every Sunday. Midnight mass every year. Cake's gonna be up there giving the mass by the end of the year. Honestly. I'm calling it now. Oh my God. What would your what's your main advice you would give on Christmassy?
On Christmassy?
On Christmassy.
My main advice?
What would you tell a church full of churchgoers?
Back that ass up. I'm just kidding.
I would love to just like get a fake priest up in a church on midnight mass, right? Full family event. Full, like, everyone's intensely into it. And it's just like a gag priest. Like they just totally are spitting absolute nonsense and just see what people do.
Honestly, like they're like, turn to page like John chapter 29. We will begin reading our scripture, and it's like the lyrics to Gas Pedal.
You with Gas Pedal.
Like, girl, that song slaps.
My God.
Hold on. Imagine it's like, we will now begin reading. Slow down. Grab the wall. Wiggle like you trying to make yo ass fall off. Hella thick. I want to smash them all. Now, beat up. Gas pedal. Can you imagine?
If I remember, like, all right, turn to John 5:12. Thou shalt not listen to Nicki Minaj and Doja Cat on the same day.
Or like, if you want to get like real, like, thou shalt slow down and thou shalt grab the wall. Thou wiggle like thou trying to make thou ass fall.
Thou ass, please. Oh
no,
my
but
God.
my one advice, I don't really know. I feel like this is such a bad stereotype, but I feel like people in church like almost like look down on non-believers.
Yeah.
Like, what could you offer in my life? Kind of thing. I was glad to see that, like, so they have this thing where like, do you know what a Christmas wafer is?
No.
Well, like, they give out like wafers, like these like paper thin, like literally like.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like the skin of Jesus.
Yeah. Which I didn't know Don't put dead skin cells in my mouth. Ew. Um, but like a lot of people in church like don't do it.
Like, don't eat
And
it?
I was surprised. Yeah, like I've only gone to Catholic mass twice. Like once for a wedding over the summer, which didn't really count. We did like half mass, but we
Mm.
still did the wafer thing, and then this mass. So it was like special occasions for both, kind of. And
Mhm.
both times I didn't go up, and it was like totally fine. But I felt like judged.
Yeah, my family went up because it was our first time. They actually called us out. They were like, "You should come up here." And we're like, "Fuck this! We're never coming back again." Oh my god.
Again, this is like no tea, no shade to people who go to church, but it's just something that you gotta grow up with, I guess.
Yeah, I definitely. It's like an in or out culture. I don't feel like specifically Christian and Catholic church is hard to get into yourself. Like totally. I feel like most people who like are searching for religion later in life tend to gravitate towards more things like Islam or what's the other one? I can't think of it. But you know, like I feel like those religions are more likely to pick up random people in like their 30s.
Yeah, because I feel like especially the religions that talk about like more than one god being out there
Yeah,
are a little bit more popular than the one figure.
Yeah, then the monolith God. Speaking
But
of,
anyways,
I was gonna say, speaking of Jesus skin, what was your favorite food on Christmas?
oh, we had a lot of Thanksgiving food.
Yeah, that tends to be the theme, I feel, for a lot of white
which
families.
I never realized was a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like I genuinely thought Christmas had like Christmas food.
No, they're pretty because it's so close. Like in terms of like time of year, like what food would be like in or appropriate for the weather. It's pretty much the same, especially this year because it was so warm on Christmas.
Yes, it was like 50 degrees.
Yeah, it was like nice out. Like we were out. My family was outside, like on the deck, chilling out.
But I gotta give it to mashed potatoes.
Solid pick. Solid pick. Do they add garlic to their mashed potatoes?
No, they make like box mashed potatoes.
Girl, excuse me.
Don't even get me started.
And she slaps.
Yo, I'm a potato hoe.
Potato.
Any form of potato? Any form of potato? Get it, girl.
Get it, girl. Get it, girl.
Speaking of food, don't talk about my from the box food. When you literally chefed it up. Hello?
Oh yeah. Wait, I low-key forgot. Yeah, so Christmas Eve I went to my dad's and I brought one thing, but Christmas Day me and my sister hosted and we had a whole spread. Which I pulled a picture. Did I send it to you or is that in Discord? I think it's in my Discord maybe. But no, I went all out. My family has like family recipes that we pass down. They actually, I found this out this year. They started, I thought they were a lot older than they were. They started within the past like 2 to 3 generations. So like,
oh really?
Yeah. So like, so I was curious. It's like my mom. So the big thing that I made this year was stuffed artichokes. So basically, you take like Thanksgiving stuffing, more like plain version though. You don't like zhuzh it all up or anything. It's basically just like breadcrumbs and garlic, a lot of garlic, olive oil and white wine and some other stuff. And you like get these artichokes and you just kind of cut off the pointy parts and you stuff all the leaves with stuffing and you bake it for a long time. You steam it and it comes out really nice and moist. But I was looking it up because my mom didn't really have a full recipe and I kind of wanted to put my own spin on it. So I was like, oh, let me look up a reference recipe, see what we do that's different from like the typical. And it was listed as an Italian dish. And I was like, we're not Italian. Like no one in my family is Italian. And apparently it's because someone married into my mom's family and his family owns an Italian restaurant. And this was it was like a fancy, like one of those like fancy Italian places. And this was one of their most popular dishes. It was like a secret restaurant recipe.
Ooh.
Yeah. So we were making it for Thanksgiving. But yeah, here's the pictures of the food spread out. So this is the
Wait, I didn't see this. I saw the artichoke, but I did not see that.
Yeah, yeah, girl. So this is the stuffed artichokes. Nice and moist.
It looks so good.
It came out so good.
Do you make homemade stuffing?
Yep. It's breadcrumbs, white wine, garlic, a couple seasonings, and then it took me like I think it took me like the longest part of this is like stuffing and preparing the artichokes. Because artichokes
so good.
They're sharp and they're like tough. So like you have to like individually cut the sharp parts of the leaves off so it doesn't like hurt anyone. It's a lot of work, but I think it was worth it. But yeah, then this is the food spread. My sister made mac and cheese, and my grandmother brought fried rice. I made this pork dish. It was like a 7-hour slow cooked pork. That was really good actually. It was like Korean seasoning.
Ooh.
We made the ham.
Wait, why does that ham look sussy? Hello? You shared that on the internet? What is that?
I was gonna say I don't know why.
With the knife? Oh.
It looks like a full-on dick. Like it looks like I carved it into the shape of a dick, and honestly, I'm happy with that. That's on brand.
If that's not subliminal messaging, I don't know what is. You carved that ham too?
I carved the ham, yeah.
See, if that's not subliminal messaging, I don't know what is. See, this is what Rikhu really wanted for Christmas.
This was my snapshot of Christmassy.
This is why we call it Christmassy.
Exactly.
Anyways,
we had lasagna. Lasagna, the stuffed artichokes, and then mashed potatoes. My sister made this chicken dish for people who didn't want ham or pork.
What a spread, honestly.
It was a lot of food.
And wait, how many people came over for Christmas?
Like 15, I'd say.
Oh, that's a good spread for 15 people. Did your sister-in-law end up coming? Not in-law, stepsister?
Yeah, she stopped by for a little bit. Yeah, she I don't know.
Oh.
Did she? Yes, she did. Yeah, because so my family, we do the big Spanish Christmas Eve thing.
Oh, right, that you guys spend together.
Yeah. So like we already that's like our like intense holiday. For at least my dad's side and my siblings and everything. So they don't really do anything Christmas Day. Like they actually went out to like a fancy Chinese restaurant.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, they said it was really good actually. And then they kind of just do nothing. They went early. They went around like 2. So my sister came around like 3. Yeah, they're just at home, so I just came over. Yeah.
Do you guys do anything like? I actually recently learned this, that like Christmas Eve, there's like certain dishes, like Italians will make a lot of seafood because they have like
the seven fishes
thing. And like one of my coworkers was telling me, he's Polish, and he says that like him growing up, he does no meat on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, we used to do no chicken, I think it was Christmas Eve. I don't know why we did that, but we did that, and then we stopped that. That was only for a couple years when I was really young. But no, we do like we do the stuffed artichokes usually, and then we usually do a crab pasta on my mom's side of the family.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Yeah, you like slow cook crabs for like 9 hours and then refrigerate the sauce, like in pasta sauce, and then you refrigerate the pasta sauce for like 24 hours, and then you have it. It's really good. It's really good.
It sounds so good.
I was gonna make it, but
sad for you that you didn't have it.
I just didn't have it. It can't be like. Unfortunately, I don't think we could do it on Christmas because you have to like tend to it up to the day of Christmas, and I go to Christmas Eve with my dad like the whole day. So I just I can't be at home. I'm not gonna miss Christmas Eve just to make that one dish.
Yeah, you're missing Christmas Eve just to be stirring crab pasta.
Exactly. But no, my dad's side of the family, my grandmother usually makes tamales, but she was feeling a little sick this year, so she didn't do that this
I will say I saw a meme of um it was like when women get ultrasounds when they're pregnant, but instead of a baby, it was all tamales. And I thought of you.
year. They're
And the caption
so
was like post
good.
Christmas.
It's so good. Tamales on Christmas hit different. My grandmother makes them so good. I have to. It was actually funny. Me and my cousin agreed we're gonna go to my grandmother's house and have her teach us because she would make
Yes!
them
Oh
if
my
she
god, that would be
teaches.
so fun.
I would love to learn how to make tamales. It'd be the first like genuine Peruvian dish I know how to make.
Oh, that would be so fun. And like that's something you could like take with you and like pass down and
Oh yeah, that would be
oh,
like a family
just love
recipe.
a tradition.
Yeah, because my grandmother used to own a restaurant too when she was younger.
Oh, what?
Yeah, she owned a Peruvian restaurant in I almost said the name of the town out loud. Town in New Jersey. Yeah, she had it for like 10 years, I think it was, and then it just didn't work out because
Oh, yeah.
yeah, like
Oh, boo.
Spanish food wasn't big at the time, and then Peruvian food was like very very niche.
I mean, plus like where you live, it's like who?
Yeah, it's
Huh?
like the most Spanish food people eat is like Mexican Chipotle. So,
Yeah.
but yeah.
But did you get any good gifts?
Ooh. Okay,
Does your family do gifts?
we do gifts. We've definitely gotten more subtle as I've gotten older. I'm more of a gift giver. I I have a really hard time like knowing what I want even because like most of the time like I'm at the point in my life where if I want something I have enough money to just buy it, you know?
Same.
Yeah, so it's like I don't know what I would like. I don't know what to ask for Christmas because I already have what I want. But I'm more of like a gift giver. So like I like trying to like give what I think exactly what other people want. So like I gave my stepsister tickets to see the Harry Potter exhibit in New York City because when we went to New York City a couple weeks ago, we actually planned to go, or we were gonna stop on the way back, but she didn't realize how expensive it was. And I was like, oh, I got an idea for Christmas now. So
oh yeah.
yes, I bought her tickets. So I bought 4 tickets actually. So me and all my siblings are gonna go. And then we get like a Christmas poster when we get there and everything. So it'll be exciting. And then I got my brother an iPad, which was kind of like I initiated it, but it was like from the whole family. Cause that's obviously like a more expensive gift.
Yeah.
So those 2 gifts I was proud of.
And
Yeah.
you got nothing in return?
Well, I got like little things. Like I got a Smisky, which I was happy about. I got a museum Smisky.
The best museum Smithy.
It was so good, so good. He's such a cutie. And I can't think of anything notable, you know. I got a couple nice Funko Pops. I got a Deku Funko Pop. And then I got
Not you actively looking around your room.
Stop. I'm literally turning around and like looking at my pile of stuff I haven't unpacked yet. Like I don't, you know what I mean? Like I don't get things that are like functional. Well, I did get a phone stand that was supposed to be a wireless charger, but my dad doesn't know how to read it. It's not.
It's just the like a
It's
literal
just,
phone.
It's a phone
stand.
holder. It's a phone holder, and it has a camera on it, so it tracks my face as I turn. That's kind of strange.
I actually saw someone on TikTok get that for Christmas. I'm not sure if it's the same one as you, but they got something like that and they tested it out and it works really well actually.
Oh yeah, no, I think it works. I haven't like charged it because it throws me off. Like I feel like it would throw off the tracking. I think the double tracking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's better to have my phone stationary. But it does let me charge my phone with the wire. It's like the bottom isn't blocked like my other phone holder thing I was using. So it is.
So
I still use it.
It's a win.
It just blocks my computer screen a bit more. But we take the win.
Yeah. I think that was a nice wrap up of Christmassy.
Christmassy.
Yeah, I hope everyone enjoyed their Christmassy. I hope everyone got some ham on Christmassy. What?
The sussiest ham possible.
But now it's the Friday. It's the last weekday last Friday of the heckin' year.
Absolutely crazy. 2024. Although I like 2024 as a number better than 23. I'll take 23 is a
Honestly,
weird
same.
number.
It rolls off the tongue a little bit better, I feel like.
I feel like 2023 is just like a cursed number. And after this year, yes, it is.
I feel like this year passed by so quickly, though.
Same. I agree. I feel like when we're at the age though when like working just makes it fly by.
Yeah. Like, I feel like usually, like, January to March feels a little bit slower, even though time doesn't change. But, like, just the beginning of the year where it's like winter, usually it's colder, people don't spend
Mm-hmm.
that much time outside. Like, the illusion of time just feels so much longer, so the days pass by slower. But I feel like this year, every day, like, poof,
I
and
honestly I
chill.
agree. I feel like it's gonna carry through too because this winter's been like warm. I feel like I've been still doing a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. It feels like last winter when it was like just literally just like 40, 50 degrees and
Yeah.
it was sunny. It wasn't even like gloomy wintry weather.
No, yeah, it's kind of crazy. Global warming be slapping hard.
See,
Well, I guess that would
thou ain't
technically.
thy global and thou ain't be warming.
I blame El Nino. Mm-mm-mm. Well, what about new? So, do you have any New Year's resolutions coming up? Like, do you already have some ready, or do you have to cook them up still?
I feel like I'm not a big LOL. Literally every holiday. I'm not a big meh. Um But yeah, I never really did New Year's resolution. The one New Year's resolution I feel like I tried to uphold was I wanted to drink more water every day. Like at least
Oh,
like
that's a
the
good one.
recommended whatever 32 ounces.
That's a good
It
one.
lasted 4 months,
That's pretty solid.
which pretty good.
And I'm sure you haven't completely kicked it. You just drink less than the full. I'm sure you still drink more water than
Yeah,
you used
yeah. I
to.
mean, I still drink water, but I wasn't like diligent about it.
Yeah. I did something similar. I bought like one of those cups or like the water big hydro flasks where like it's like okay, you drink this by 12, drink this by 2.
Mm-hmm.
I was peeing like every 30 minutes.
See, I can't be bothered to be doing that, which I feel like why I stopped drinking all that water.
Yeah, I can't afford to pee every 30 minutes. I'm at work.
Exactly.
I got things to do.
Exactly. Well, what about you? Any resolutions?
Uh, I think I have like small ones. Like I want to get, I think I'm gonna actually start this after New Year's. I want to stick to a pretty regular stream schedule. I think that's kind of like a small thing I want to do. Like
Yeah, because you also have your 1 year coming up.
I do this. It's actually 1 year was like 2 weeks ago. I didn't
Oh,
really, I didn't make a big thing about it because I might do something for like January and just treat that as a 1 year. You know what I mean?
1 year streaming.
Yeah, I think it
Woo!
was like the first or I think it was the second week of December is when I started like actually streaming, and I wasn't even a VTuber yet.
So
I
you
was
face
just
cam stream?
no, I just no cam,
Oh no, cam
nada.
boo.
I think I did VTuber by like end of December though. Like it was pretty quick, pretty quick. But I think I want to try to do like more small content creation. Like I'd love to like slice up our Lethal Company VODs and like post that to YouTube as like a 10-15 minute like video. I think that would be fun. Um Obviously do more TikToks. TikTok is like not hard to do, so that's a pretty easy thing. I do them, I still do them, but I do like one a month basically, like 2 a month at most. I want to do like one a week, maybe like one YouTube video a week.
Yeah. That's a good goal.
Yeah, I want to try. And then like stream schedule, I'm thinking like my issue with the stream schedule, right, is like I love to stream on the weekends, but I want to do like weekdays like Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But then if I do the weekends, it's Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, which I feel like is kind of a lot.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I still have to think about like what I want to do as a regular schedule. But I do like taking Tuesday and Thursday off. At least streaming
I
on
was gonna
Mondays.
say you could do Saturday, Sunday, but Tuesday, Thursday, and do Monday, Wednesday, Friday off.
I like streaming Mondays though, because it's like the beginning of the work week is like so boring that it's like a nice thing to look forward to after work.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Nice little kickoff. And then I like Friday. But we'll think. Maybe we'll move Friday. Maybe I'll like skip Thursday and Friday and then do like Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, but we got time to figure that out.
But yeah. And then I'd love to meet like a more VTubers. I feel like I got really comfy in the groups that I met, which is fine. Like I met good people this year, but I feel like I hit a point where I was socializing a lot and then I just kind of stopped.
Mm.
So I'd love to like pick that back up because it's fun to meet new people. Like I met Chino recently. I met Tempe, and like I talk to Tempe a lot now. Like we were hanging out earlier today, so it's just nice to meet new people.
Yeah, and I feel like Twitch is such an easy place to just like hop in someone's stream, start chatting.
Oh
And
yeah, absolutely.
yeah.
So
I
to
feel
like
like I feel like there was a period where like I settled
yeah,
for a little bit, but like I've been trying to start that back up, just like hopping into more people's streams.
hmm
But I I like haven't really gotten into the VTuber space just yet. Like I feel like all the VTubers I know are through you and your VTuber friends.
that's fair. That's fair. I know quite a few.
I mean like I obviously get it, but I just feel like I still prefer like face cam streamers.
Hmm. I don't even, you know what it is? I'm at the point where everything recommended to me is VTubers. Like
But
everything.
same.
Yeah, so like when I'm looking, like I'm just seeing VTubers. So that's just like I'm sure I would like I like Kaide, although she doesn't really face cam anymore. Um yeah, wait, I really don't watch any face cam streamers. But respect to them. A lot of them
Yeah.
are really nice.
Yeah. But
I
yeah,
just
just
like
browsing
ogling
through
funny
Twitch.
anime man. Yeah, funny anime men.
Well, with that being said, what are some things you're saying bye girl to in 2023? How are
Ooh.
you wrapping up
Ooh.
this year?
Uninstalling Destiny permanently, I think.
Really?
I think I'm done. I think the arc is over. I don't think I'll return for the new thing. I mean,
She was your little baby.
it
Your cup
was,
of
I was so
tea.
into it. I was pretty good at it. I wasn't like, I wouldn't say I was great at it, but I was like pretty solid at the game. I don't know. It's just them like firing half their staff just to like be like, oh wait, we don't have enough staff to release the game on time anymore. It was kind of like a dick move.
Yeah,
It
I
was
did
also
read
like,
about that.
yeah, it was also like right before the holidays. Like it was like right before Thanksgiving. So it's like really, like really. So I don't like Bungie as a company. So I'm content with not supporting Destiny anymore. I played it for long enough. I'll satisfy my. The only thing I'm really curious about is like lore stuff, and I can watch that in a YouTube video. So I'll probably keep up with that. Support the content creators, but not the game itself.
Mhm. Mhm.
What about you? Anything saying bye?
Um
Yeah, Sony shouldn't like Bungie either.
honestly, maybe just people. Like I feel
Hmm.
like I'm at that age where like I just can't entertain friendships that don't feel good in general.
See, I struggle with that. Kudos to you though. Maybe I'll model my efforts after yours. There's definitely like I feel some growing I could be doing out of, but we'll see if I actually follow through.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely hard. And I feel like my online presence is greater than like my IRL presence when it comes to like friends.
Mm-hmm.
So, I feel like that is a big thing I want to work on.
Mm-hmm.
Um just because I feel like it's so easy for me to make friends, and like with internet friends it's so easy to like hang out because you literally like don't have to go anywhere. You just play games,
Yeah,
or you
like and they
just
come to
like
your house.
talk,
Mhm. No, but I definitely
It's
get what
like
you
it's an
mean.
effort without like forward effort, really.
It's nice until it starts. You start overbalancing, right? And then like it's the only thing that you're doing, and then you're like, okay, like I need some
Yeah.
IRL interaction here, which is why I like that. Like we can meet up.
Yes. Like we are real people outside of
Yeah,
this space.
like we've done a lot surprisingly in this past year.
Honestly. And I feel like we have like real friend conversations outside of like the internet space.
Yeah, like it's not always centered around
Yeah.
internet.
Yeah. Which is definitely something I want to continue to work on.
Yeah, I agree. I second that. Yeah, because I've been hanging out with my IRL friends a lot more. Well, that's also we weren't hanging out for a while because there's basically three main people I'll hang out with. One of them lives in New York, so obviously economically it's hard to do that. To meet up with her every so often. And she doesn't drive, so she doesn't really have the ability to meet up with us. My other friend moved into an apartment this year, and then the other one started a brand new job recently. So things are finally starting to settle, so we're seeing each other a bit more. So, but yeah, then it makes it hard, right? Because then now it's like what 3 weekends in a row that I'm seeing my IRL friends, and I'm busy during the week a lot of the time. In terms of like I'm streaming Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and I'm at work until like 5 p.m. I get home at like 6 after dinner and stuff. It's like almost 7. So I definitely have found it harder to regularly speak to a lot of my online friends.
Yeah. Yeah. And I feel like I don't know, as I've gotten older, like seeing your friends like once a month is already really good, I feel like.
Oh yeah, no, I feel like that's like the older you get, the less often you see your friends. It's just what happens.
Yeah. Yeah.
Life gets busy.
Yeah. So I'm kind of like settling into like that kind of vibe while also making sure that it still happens,
Hmm.
sort of thing.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. All right, T. What about
That I think was the big one.
in terms? Wait, I blinked out. Hello. I just did a full restart.
Yeah, you were gonna say something. You were gonna say something.
I forgot. Major what?
I said that's the major one that I'm gonna go out with.
Oh yeah. We're talking about Bye Girl. Yeah.
Yeah, bye girl.
Bye Girl. Yeah, I think that's a good one. I'll attempt to follow in your footsteps. So I'm not making any promises.
But I feel like so many things happened this year. And I feel like this year also passed by so quickly that everything is a blur.
I also agree. Yeah, because like I started streaming just this year, but it feels like it's been so much longer. Like I've only streamed this year. Which is like crazy to think about.
I'm looking back at my calendar and I'm like, damn. There do be a lot of things on my calendar.
Mm-hmm. Do you use your calendar to like book stuff?
Oh, I use my calendar for anything and everything. Like when I'm having dinner with friends.
Wait, I should do that because then it's nice to like look back on the year.
It's also like I keep it for receipts also.
Yeah. Like, oh, like I did this day. I did this that day. Yeah. It's good to know. Good to know. All right, let's do why don't we go through some iconic 2023 moments?
Yes.
When you think of this year, like what do you think of as like a major moment of the year?
Of the year?
Doesn't have to be like
when Twitter became X.
I was just gonna say, oh my god, that's such a stupid one. I hope there never comes a day where I have to type in x.com.
Yeah, x.com. No, thank you.
I still type in Twitter, and it redirects me to X because he knows. Like I don't call it X.
Do you have that thing where like your browser will autofill for you?
What do you mean?
Like, for me, if I type in just the letter T, it'll autofill like twitch.tv.
Oh, same, yeah.
Yeah, so like it's so awkward because like if I type in X, nothing happens. But like it's so much effort to type in all of Twitter because Twitch and Twitter have the same first three.
Yeah, so
first
you
four.
gotta type in twit.
But yeah, that I feel like was such a social media change. Even though like no one's account really changed that much, like nothing really happened, but it was just like why?
Well, so it's interesting. So I was listening to a New York Times podcast, The Daily, which I've been super into. I've been listening like every day for the past like 3 weeks. But they had an episode where they talked about the rebrand. It was actually their like year in review. And actually it was a related podcast. It wasn't that one specifically. I forget what it's called. But hi Axel. But Axel! They talked about how when Twitter rebranded, it had like a mass exodus of users. So a lot of people like left the platform.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like a lot of people. A lot of companies left. They still haven't come back. A lot of companies left the platform. They also just don't like. It's the sentiment of like losing the familiarity, not liking the general direction of where Twitter's going, and also just like not liking Elon Musk. Like Elon Musk is pretty well hated. I hate him. A lot of companies hate him. So a lot of people who like don't like Musk are leaving Twitter. But I think the problem is, so the people who run that podcast are like 30, almost 40, I think they're kind of out of touch with the younger generation because they're like, oh, well, Threads exists. And I think Threads is gonna, I think Twitter is gonna like kind of die in the next year. They were surprised it hadn't died in 2023. And they think that Threads is gonna be the next Twitter. But like, I'm like, Threads is like, I don't know anyone who uses that. And it kind of seems,
I don't know anyone who uses Threads.
It seems goofy because it's like Instagram connected. Like if I don't like using social media that's like connected to my other social media, if that makes any sense.
Correct.
Like why, you know what I mean? Like if you're gonna separate like Threads and Instagram, like why not just combine it? Like they're gonna combine it eventually, probably anyways. But like it's just weird. Like they should have just totally done it separate. Like I don't know. It's just. I don't think Threads is going to actually pick up. I think Twitter's here to stay, unfortunately, unless Elon really wrecks it. But who's to know? Who's to know what Elon's going to do?
Honestly.
He's such a mystery.
I feel like Twitter has cemented itself as like a platform that, you just tweet. There's literally no other explanation for it.
Yeah, like it's one of those platforms you just put out your thoughts. Like you literally just like bare bones, like it's one of the only platforms remaining where you do that because like I feel like Facebook has become this more of like a weird mixture of like memes and all the, I don't know. Facebook has a weird balance, but I feel like Twitter has it right.
It's like grown up Tumblr.
Yes.
Without all of like
my God.
the emo depressive.
Stop. Vibes. You're right. It's boomer Tumblr. Facebook is boomer Tumblr. I hate that that's so true. Oh my God. Yeah, Elon did go from being well liked to being perceived as big man baby.
Yeah,
he
honestly,
had such a good reputation.
When he was in his own lane,
like the Tesla,
girl.
Yeah, like the Tesla. When he was just in Tesla, yeah,
beautiful.
He was perceived as so smart.
Yeah, you have this girl and you named your baby all these bunch of symbols. Slay. You do you, boo boo. And then he just got weird.
Yeah, like I think he was kind of known just as like a smart weirdo, and now I think he's kind of got, and people know he's just kind of like a dumb rich guy.
Yeah.
Like he's not smart. It's the people he hires is smart.
Yeah, and like I would say he's smart in the way that like he knows how to strategize and like market
like
himself.
Business smart.
Yeah, like very business smart. And like everyone who's business smart has a massive ego. Like that's not really what we have a problem with. You're just, you bobbing and weaving where you shouldn't be bobbing and weaving.
He definitely left the lane and refuses to go back in, but he really should go back.
Right.
Oh my God. Yeah, I don't know if I would consider him smart or necessarily he has the resources where it would be crazy if he made super dumb decisions, but he still does. He still manages to do that. So
When did Twitter become X?
I actually have it pulled up. I have to scroll up a bit. It became X in July, so pretty late into the year.
July?
Pretty late into the year.
It feels like so long ago.
Along the lines of tech though, because I feel like at least this is really relevant to like our area of the internet, because we dragged Cake to the realm of VTubers, and she's here to stay now. She's anchored here.
Honestly.
She's anchored here. AI. I feel like this year for AI has become. It's changed everything.
Yes.
It's changed everything. Like I feel like last year, my thoughts about AI or my like conception is like what it was and what it could do is so different from now. Like I don't even know.
We talked about AI in like the sense of just like robots,
Like sci-fi.
And it was always like, oh, what if robots took over the world, and like what if robots replaced your job, or like what if we just like machinerized like basic human tasks, and then it became like ChatGPT, help me write my resignation letter. Bam.
Which like it's crazy. Like ChatGPT is like I talked to my sister who's in high school, and she's like, I use it all the time, and I'm like, this just like wasn't a thing for anything. Like think your English class, it's like stupid like response posts you had to use to put either like on Canvas or on Blackboard. You used to have to like respond to someone. Like you can just have an AI type that up, plug in the original thing, and be like, write a response, and they'll just post that.
That's crazy. Honestly, like I would consider myself as someone who lives deep under a rock.
Same.
So I did not know what ChatGPT was.
Same.
I didn't know if it was an app, a website.
I still don't know how to access ChatGPT.
Yeah, I still don't. Do you go to chatgpt.com? Like
I really don't know. I know there's paid versions and there's free version. And the free version is what a lot of people use, but yeah, it's But
I've seen it do crazy stuff. Literally like write emails, like
full essays.
Write full essays. It's crazy.
Yep. Yeah, I definitely think we're getting to the realm. Like last year, it was like kind of a minor concern. It almost seemed like people were like crying wolf about like AI is going to take jobs, and now this year it's like a genuine thing. People are talking about how it's gonna happen in some industries. How are industries going to cope, or what's going to happen? Like the voice acting industry with the finals game has been a big point of controversy, because they use AI voices. How's that going to affect the long-term field of AI or voice acting, and of course art, although I feel like art is I don't know, for some reason in my mind, like the art one is like very concretely wrong. I don't know.
Like what's crazy is that I feel like it's almost creating like paranoia. Like, is this real? Is this AI?
Yes, the amount of Twitter posts I see where it's like, well, there was a whole phase of Twitter where people were just pointing out, oh, this is AI, you can see because it can't draw hands.
Right. And especially for like small independent artists or writers or like creatives who like just put their stuff out there, and then it's just like been copied by AI, and then the AI goes viral.
Yeah.
And then like it just gets lost as to like who the original person was.
Yeah, like I definitely think, it's a great technology. There's uses for it, but I think it's developed too fast for kind of the ethics to keep up with it. It's definitely quickly falling out of the realm of good ethics.
Yeah, honestly, like what it reminds me of like is when I was in college and I would create my resume, but I would create my resume off of like Googling like nurse resume and like copying their
wording format. Yes.
Their wording.
Yes.
But like now kids these days are just like, hey, here's my information, like write me a resume, and then like that's what pops up.
Yeah. And honestly, like kudos to them. Like I don't think they should, especially for writing stuff. I think writing specifically is when I think using this technology is okay, because it's just gonna become the future. It's something you're gonna have to learn and keep up with. It's just gonna be a normal technology, I feel. It's it's when it starts to stretch into creative forms that I'm like,
Yeah, because you just know that like the AI has to pull
from someone or
from
someone.
somewhere and
Yeah.
someone.
And it's like there's definitely like like, I mean, the actual artists, right? They learn from certain people, they take after certain role models, certain art styles. But like I think like Doe's a good example. Like I can recognize Doe's art style,
Right.
even though it's part of a larger genre of kind of like I feel like a lot of like chibi type cutesy stuff.
Right.
I can still see something that's like Doe's and be like, oh yeah, that was drawn by Doe, and I feel like an AI would just kind of like copy that. I don't think it would have a unique signature. I feel like if it was able to create a unique signature, maybe that's okay, but it's not there yet.
Right. Right.
Crazy.
And honestly, like that kind of blew up around the summer too. Like I feel like this year was the very like the summer of tech.
Yes.
Where everything was like imploding. Like a lot of people got laid off because
the tech industry,
like,
yes.
Yeah, the tech industry like fell all over itself because they overhired during the pandemic and now it finally caught up to them. And then now Twitter became X and then AI blew up and just a mess.
Crazy. I think my prediction for 2024 is that it's only going to get bigger. It's only going to become more well known, and a lot of these conversations are just going to become much more common about like, you know, what do we do about this now?
Right. And I feel like a lot of jobs are going to come out of it too because you need people to like regulate AI and even to like create better AI and to advance the technology of AI.
AI ethics, AI law, I think it's going to become its own kind of thing.
Yeah, and then it's like, how do we get AI in cars, in our homes, in our phone, in our, you know, an AI refrigerator?
Well, it was actually interesting because it wasn't the New York Times podcast. It's a separate podcast by New York Times that specifically talks about tech, and they had someone like on the episode where they're predicting stuff the next year, and they were like, yeah, you know, the minute Google figures out their version of ChatGPT, it's over, because, you know, like me and you are great examples. Like we know ChatGPT, but we don't use it. But what Google's going to do is it's going to have it, you know, maybe as like a tab on Google. So it'll be on your phone, it'll be on your computer, and you just click the tab that says ChatGPT or whatever they're going to call it. And that's when I think everyone's going to use it, and it's just going to explode.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Honestly, it's kind of sad that it's inevitable, but it's the future.
It's the new, I think this is going to be the big technology of the next decade. But
the decade, even though we're going into 4 years into this decade.
Yeah, 4 years. We're early in this decade, kind of ish. But we're other major things this year to bring it up: Taylor Swift tour and Beyonce tour. Do you have any thoughts on those two artists? Are you a Taylor Swift person?
Taylor, I feel like, for lack of a better word, like weaponized her music so well.
I agree, and I feel like it's made her so popular. Everyone knows,
so
like,
popular.
Some
I mean, she
versions
was
of the story.
already popular because, you know, she sang about like teenage love and like the teenage dream and growing up and the tea between her and the men, you know?
Yeah.
But like to do like a tour of all of that was genius.
The Eras tour, yeah, it was honestly crazy.
I don't care.
It's so interesting, right? Because like there's actually a whole article I saw the other day about how she's like the artist of like this year and this decade and this whatever.
Oh my god! And she was Times Person of the Year.
She was Times Person of the Year, but like I don't know. I'm not.
Sorry. Instantly stop talking to sing and bop along. I cannot.
It's so good. It's so good. I mean, if it's the music theme, Thank you, Tempe. Thank you. Welcome back. But no, yeah, like I don't know. It's like I only like one of Taylor Swift's albums. The rest of them are kind of falling like deaf ears. I don't know. Like I like 1989, but I would never see her in concert. It's just crazy to me that she's so huge. Like Beyonce, I get.
Yes.
Like Beyonce, I so get. Like, how do you not like Beyonce? But like, I feel like I don't know. I just for some reason considering she's so poppy that she'd be more niche.
I also feel like, you know, she had to re-record a lot of her songs, and I get why she did it, but it just doesn't sing the same way as when she was like
No.
that age and like that angsty.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely, and she changed a couple things here and there. Like I don't like the new 1989 album. I prefer the OG. It's just kind of It's also just like the comfort of like that's what I listened to when I was in high school when it came out, and I don't know. I just can't do it. I'm not gonna change.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, she is overrated.
I do think
feel
she's
like.
kind of overrated.
And everyone talking about her and Travis Kelce, I'm over it. Like, who cares?
Well, there is a metric that came out that like she like just her visiting Travis Kelce and like all her things like is a huge like CO2 emissions contributor.
Yes.
Like huge, like just her specifically, just her is like a huge contributor to CO2 because of her visiting
I
boyfriend.
saw that she like it was some like ridiculous number.
Yeah, like it's like if a whole family could travel for a whole, or like all, you know, this amount of people could travel for a whole year and she's still out, you know, gasses them. L Swift, L Chiefs. Oh, but I don't. Do you watch? I'm not a football watcher. I can't do football.
Here or there, I watch football.
No,
but I don't. Yeah, I don't care for T Swift. Don't care for who she's dating. I'm sure she already wrote an album about him, so.
True. She's got it ready.
That, I guess.
My God.
Speaking of which, the Grammys are coming up.
Oh wait, when's that?
I feel like, I think in February, I want to say.
Oh. I never watched those. I used to like watching those though.
Yeah, February 4th. SZA with the most nominations at 9.
Which I'm kind of surprised about because I hear a couple of her songs, but not. I guess that makes sense. She has a couple of songs that went really big.
I don't listen to any of SZA's songs.
I do like her. I do like.
We got who else popped off this year?
New Jeans. New Jeans.
New Jeans.
Oh my God.
Jeans.
I hope they pop even more off. Surprisingly, I've seen who popped off right before New Jeans. IMO is 50/50. The song Cupid. I gave a second chance to Cupid.
Oh yes.
So the minute I heard that song, I like fell in love with the group. There's actually 2 other songs that I very regularly listen to by them, and they're actually disbanded. And that was that was like one of their first albums, and it's because their company was like abusive, and like they had these girls on extreme diets. They were like passing out at one point. One girl had to go to a hospital for like kidney issues, and they wouldn't let her go right away. So yeah, like it's like they were treated really horribly, which is so unfortunate because like they were such good talents. The company fumbled so hard. Like you already have solid talent. Why are you working them so hard?
There has been a lot of instances like that, I feel like.
Especially in the K-pop industry, because it really is kind of a machine nowadays. It's kind of crazy. I mean, they've kind of like chilled on like the shows and stuff like that, but there's like they literally like crank out idols like machinery, which like okay, it works. It gives people like a proper pipeline, but it's become very corrupt, unfortunately. I just feel bad for like. Because they're like kids. Like New Jeans, their youngest member is like 16. I think she just turned 17. Yeah, like they're kids. I think when they first debuted, like she was like 15 years old. Like I cannot imagine being that famous at 15. My God. Wait, another piece of media popping off. Barbenheimer. Remember that one?
Okay, honestly, I saw both movies.
You did?
I did? You did not?
I only saw Barbie.
Oh, I see. I saw Oppenheimer also.
Did
Not
you do
on
the
the
dual
same
feature?
day.
Okay, okay.
No, I did not
A little
do
bit
the dual
spaced
feature.
out.
What did you think of Barbie?
I liked it. I think the Ken scene was too long. I think that was kind of unnecessary, especially in a movie about Barbie.
Agreed. I think they lost a lot of focus with Barbie because of Ken.
Yeah. And I don't know. I thought it was kind of strange, the Ken focus in a Barbie movie.
Right. And like, I feel like I agree with the message, you know, like women can be whatever they want, like women empowerment and like whatever.
Whatever.
But I just feel like like if this movie had come out a couple of years ago when like the Me Too movement first popped off and everything, it would have made such a bigger impact.
Yeah, the timing's kind of strange. I feel like we've kind of hit a plateau with
yes, exactly.
the voice
like,
of feminism.
Right. I don't feel like this movie was as big for feminism as people claimed it to be, because like what did it teach me? Like I could be whatever I want when I grow up. Like, okay, I'm already grown.
Yeah, I guess you could say it's kind of for younger generation, but I feel like that message has already kind of passed on to the younger generation.
See, yeah, I agree. It was targeted for younger generation, but I feel like the marketing for the movie was catered more for adults. Like, here's the Barbie that you played with growing up as a movie.
Especially with having Margot Robbie.
Exactly.
Yeah, especially having Margot Robbie, who's very much not a kid's actress.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think the movie was so beautifully made. Like everything literally looked like plastic.
Oh yeah.
And like looked like a Barbie world. So like I think the movie was made great and the message is great, but like that and the plot just didn't coincide for me.
I think it would have been huge if it was like 5 years ago.
Yes.
Like 5 years ago, that movie would have been like hugely controversial and like would have made huge waves, like have political effects and this and that. But I do think it came out like it's just a bit too late. But I think it's it's a good movie. I don't know if I would watch it again. Maybe it's like a background movie I'd put on. But
it was like, here's a fun Barbie movie, but also here's a message.
Oh my gosh, we got a Vega raid.
Welcome in, raiders.
Look at the raid. Ooh, how was Lost Ark? And grind in Lost Ark. Welcome in. We're doing our little podcast, Cats and Cates. We're actually talking about like major 2023 events in review. We're talking about Barbenheimer right now.
We're wrapping up this year.
Yeah.
Since it's ever so rapidly coming to a close.
I know. It's crazy. They're rating some dailies. Nice. Do you have any fun New Year's plans? Any fun 2023 flashbacks you'd like to share?
See, I gotta go back to my calendar. Like, what fun thing?
Wait, Oppenheimer. What'd you think of Oppenheimer?
Oh yeah.
Like in contrast to Barbie.
I mean, Oppenheimer was just like a historical fiction movie. They didn't have a lot of I mean, it had a lot of dialogue and not a lot of action. So it was fine. It felt a little long.
I feel like most historical things do.
Yeah. But it was all right. I don't think I would watch it again, but I'm not mad that I watched it.
Like, if you had to weigh the two, would you weigh Barbie higher?
Ooh, I guess so, only because Barbie was more my type of movie to watch.
Yeah, but the girls.
Yeah, plus it had songs in it. Like, you really gonna rate a movie with songs. Who
That's true.
like
That's true.
Nicki
Dua
Minaj
Lipa, yeah,
was
Nicki
singing?
Minaj.
Like yeah, you're gonna put freaking black and white no name movie above that? Come on. But Killian Murphy though, man,
You know,
that
points.
boy can
Solid
act.
points. Solid points. We got Saltburn. Did you? You haven't seen Saltburn, I'm assuming.
No, but
I
I've
really
seen
want
so
to.
many like
I really want to see it.
videos, tweets, TikToks about
My
that
God.
movie.
It
You saw
seems
it?
no. It seems like a lot. I've seen like one clip.
Is it the bathtub clip?
No. I've seen the one where he's like on the grave.
Oh girl, I just saw the bathtub. The bathtub.
I'm
clip.
not emotionally prepared for the bathtub. I know what happens, but I'm not emotionally prepared to see that.
I don't get the movie.
What if we do a group watch in my Discord?
I don't get the movie. Like, I read a brief synopsis. Like, it's about a boy who like goes to visit his rich friend's estate for the summer, I guess.
Oh, I know like nothing about the plot.
But I just don't get it.
It's probably like one of those like Brokeback Mountain, but like it's I know I've heard it's like not directly gay. Like it's more of like
But
a theme.
I see from all of the reviews and the reactions, I thought it was gonna be like spooky.
Spooky.
Yeah, like you're inviting a friend over and you don't know he's like obsessed with you kind of vibe.
Oh, okay. I kind of get that. Yeah,
You know?
I can see that.
Like not like spooky, but like a thriller. But
Mhm.
like the tag is romantic comedy thriller.
Is it?
So yeah, if you look it up, it's romantic comedy and thriller.
Oh, that's crazy.
So like I'm confused.
I'm confused.
Yeah, am I supposed to like hee hee ha ha it like hello?
Oh my God. Yeah, it's an interesting combination of genres. Rom-coms, thriller, in any combination for any movies, like yeah, it's gotta be like Whiplash. Like the only movie that could pull it off is like Parasite.
Oh, Whiplash was a fantastic movie. Have you seen Whiplash?
Oh,
Great
once
movie.
years ago. I don't remember anymore.
But okay, see, the one sentence Google plot for Saltburn is distraught by his classmate Oliver's unfortunate living situation. Felix, a rich student, invites him over to his estate. Soon, a series of horrifying events engulf Felix's family.
Oh, it does sound kind of like a horror. Okay, I see what you mean now.
Right?
I knew nothing. The only thing I knew about like was like the sussy scenes. My God. But we do be hitting that 3-hour 15 mark. I think a final like 20.
Yeah, a final wrap up of 2023.
Well, I think looking towards 2024, we have some major things coming up. I think that'd be a good.
Yeah.
We have the presidential election this year, this upcoming year. Which, yeah, I don't. It's gotta be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. I mean, they just overturned Roe v. Wade this year. That was. So, I think that's gonna raise up a lot of arms. I think it's gonna sort of stir a lot of Democratic support. But I have no concept for how this next year is gonna go. Who's gonna be running? I figured Joe's probably gonna rerun. I hope he loses horribly. I'm not a Joe fan. I'm a Democrat, but I'm not a Joe fan.
I'm not a Joe fan either. I don't know.
It was actually so funny because, like, you know, back 4 years ago when we're all voting for the primaries, and me and my friends are like, you know, we're all voting together, and we're like, oh my God, like, I can't believe Joe Biden's on this list. He's not gonna make it. Like, there's no who would vote for Joe Biden, and he's fucking president. Oh my God, we were like in shock. We were in shock. Like, we did not realize how many. I guess we didn't account for like the older generation loving Joe Biden for some reason. Like probably just because his name was tacked on with Obama, but My God, yeah, we should all just move to Sweden.
It just goes to show how like there's been a lot of talk about like the boomer babies.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're all entering retirement now. Like what is that gonna look like for the workforce and like social security and like
Mm-hmm.
all of that stuff? And like those are the people who are like the loudest when it comes to
They vote the
elections.
most. Yep. So that's
Yeah.
it was actually interesting because there was a thing about the Palestinian crisis, and we're talking about, we don't know if Joe Biden's weighing, because he's dealing with this while the election's coming up. So who knows if he's making some decisions like hoping that he's gonna please a bunch of Americans, so that they'll vote for him for re-election. And they were saying, the only thing, regardless of what he thinks, the most people who vote is the older generation. The older generation sides with Israel. So is that gonna, you know what I mean? Like just these like little
Yeah.
influences
Yeah.
that it's interesting to see how, is he gonna cater to the older generation because, or are all of these candidates gonna cater to older generations because they just vote more? But you never know.
Right, but
I
at the
think we'll
same
vote more.
time, right, at the same time, you see like last election, like Joe Biden won because all of the younger generations and all of the
Yes.
youth voted him out of the red states.
Yep. Yep. So I do think I do think our generation is voting. I think we're gonna vote more than what all these predictor people are expecting.
I agree.
But
Well, but that being said, we are not I have zero political affiliation slash knowledge slash um care, I guess. I don't know. Don't take any political advice from this podcast. That's not what we do here. Okay. I'm just don't. Did you see that ham Riku made? You think you gotta take political advice from us? Hello? You gotta re-show that ham for the people, for the
Oh yeah, they're
readers
not
and
ready.
the
They're not
people in
ready.
chat that are just coming in.
Where is she? I'm kind of speaking like full blanket because it's just crazy to think about what it's gonna be like. Like fully like sidelining, not even considering my own political views. Like it's gonna be an interesting year, I feel.
Mm-hmm. But ooh, Temp is challenging you for the best cook.
Girl. So what are we going at to dinner? That's what I'm hearing. Look at this ham.
Look at this ham.
Can you make a better ham than this though?
You think you're gonna take serious political, religious, whatever advice from us? Looking like that? And he hand carved
Listen,
that.
This is actually my this is my knowledge card. You have to trust me because I made the ham like this. You have to take every piece of advice I give you. It's required.
You think which way you think he gonna vote? Like, let's be for real.
Oh my god.
But final thought, last year was not last year. 2023 was also the year we met, and then we met up in real life
within like 2 months.
And this podcast was born, and now we're on episode 8 already, rounding out the year.
I'm excited to continue. I think it's been a great. I think it's been a great. As rough as the year might have been, I think overall it was a great year. I started streaming. I met a lot of nice people, and I don't know. I've just been having a good time.
It's been a great year, and thank you to everyone who's tuned into this stream.
Yes, thank you,
and this podcast.
We hope to see more of you next year and in the coming weeks. But yeah. Thank y'all for tuning in.
We got lots of exciting things for this podcast in the future.
You ain't ready.
And stay tuned because Riku's got a fully debut.
Oh, true. Next month, hopefully. If not, February. Think of that. Thank you. But yeah, I hope y'all have a good night. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.